Some confusion coming for you. All right, Joby James Myers equals to Joseph Williams and Joseph Myers. Yes, Joby Myers did not exist. Granddad's real name was Joseph Williams because his father was Jerry Williams Jr. He then changed it to Joseph Myers by taking his stepfather's last name. He then changed it to Joby Myers. However, James must have been his consistent middle name. How? All these names only exist once on the record, but the other family members and locations remain the same. So every time I would see a Julius and I would see all these different names, I would see a Joseph next to it. But I never saw a Joby. And even when I found grandma, you'll see all these things. It's going to be so surprising. So next one here, you see the Joseph Williams, Marion, South Carolina, approximate, near granddad's age. His father, Jerry Williams, which was told by, to the family. So I confirmed that through mom and through other family members. And also that's where Jerry Williams was born and raised his kids in Marion. And you'll see the Julius Williams, that is one of granddad's brothers is named Julius. And they're also that close in difference in age. And then you see a Joseph Williams there. Okay, so you kind of see some of the connections going. All right, let's keep going. Now we see a Joseph Myers. Again, that's around Marion, South Carolina. Same birthday. And then we know that granddad, from family, word of mouth family history, that granddad took his stepdad's last name. So Myers, and his stepdad's name was Thomas Myers. His mother's name was Ida Myers, Ida Washington Myers. And then you see at the bottom, you'll see all his brothers and sisters. Marie, Julius, that's supposed to be Lowella, but again, they misspelled names. Olivia, Anise, and Willie J. But no Joby, though he was older than all of them. But you do see that Joseph again. Joseph Myers. Okay? So once again, Joseph Myers exists, but no Joby in this house. But everyone else is the same. Joby Myers, this is the only place this name exists in any archives. I went to 3 or 4 different websites, and only one Joby Myers existed. The only reason why I was able to find this Joby Myers is because I looked for Aunt Pete. Then by segue, his name came up. But otherwise, there's no record of his birth, of his death, of his sentences, of anything else that talked about a Joby Myers. But if you see at the bottom, that is a person. You see this one. You saw this one from earlier. You see Jerry's race? He's a mulatto. Mulatto is an archaic term for a person of black and white ancestry. Do you remember that we had that 8.9% white ancestry? You see the connection? So again, if you break it down it breaks down every generation. It starts from 100 and then it goes to 50 and then to 25 and then to 12.5. And then it depends on who else is bringing something to the table that can stabilize it and keep it around 8 or 5%. So that's kind of where we are. We're in that limbo where we have different percentages coming in, but you'll continue to see that. Fannie Williams and Jerry Williams Sr. birth Jerry Williams Jr. Marion, and you see the name is spelled a little different, but it's still the same Jerry. He's also a mulatto. And the Fannie Williams, and if you see his father's and mother's birthplace is Alabama. He's a mulatto as well. 8.9% ancestry is still making sense. Fortunately, this is where my research stops. According to Aunt Pete, via Johnny Ellis and Liz, she was told that her great-great-grandfather was a white man. And it's true. It all makes sense. It also makes sense that he is difficult to find because of slavery in the 1800s. If he's a white man from Alabama and he birthed a black child in the early 1800s, he may not be very open to taking care of that child, which is perhaps why Jerry Williams moved to South Carolina when both of his parents are from Alabama. Maybe he has to get away. We never know. Times were much different back then with biracial children. But maybe someone else can locate Jerry Williams Sr.'s father. They are both from Alabama. his mother and his father. So we're now going to move on to Ida Washington's information. She remembers she was with Jerry Williams Jr. They have Joby Myers. Okay. If you see Ida Myers again, she was married. She married Thomas J. Myers, which is how she lost to Washington and the Myers. But again, that is not our grandfather's real father. That's just his stepdad. 1856. So clarify that for me, but it has no further record because again, this is around misconstrued and blacks' information were carelessly taken care of, were done very carelessly. This is the end of my research. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to pass to any other family member. Thank you, Mama, for answering all of my questions and talking to me for hours over the past few months. You're awesome. Remember, this is just the beginning. Love you, Myers family. Our legacy continues. December 2013.